Hello everyone and welcome back to my The Young and Restless 24 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The morgue will claim Ian has been cremated, so Billy will sweat a different madcap. At Billy's place, Nick will arrive and admit there hasn't been any news on Sharon or Phyllis' whereabouts. Although Nick will hope to get his hands on some new CCTV footage, he'll strike out with that, too. Nick will be enough frustrated, so Billy will move him to just take a breath and have a drink with him. That'll give Nick a chance to vent, and Billy will also express remorse since he didn't figure out Phyllis was in trouble sooner. Billy will bring up Ian's name in question if Nick's positive that the Joes truly departed. Nick will argue that he was there when Ian was shot and walked by his body. Plus, Nick will admit he checked with the morgue, so he'll feel certain Ian is gone for good since he was told Ian had been cremated. That'll leave Billy fearful about a different madcap being responsible for Sharon and Phyllis's snatching, but Nick will easily suppose they need further word to go on. At the abandoned psychiatric installation, Phyllis will do a drill and quench her thirst with a water bottle. Sharon and Phyllis will get into another argument, especially since the answer to their last mystery will putatively be remission. Phyllis will suggest she could fake it, but she'll make a vaticination about their prisoner most likely being suitable to tell. The idea of factual remission will be off the table as far as Phyllis is concerned. In fact, Phyllis will contend she'd rather let rats bite at her decaying cadaver than truly forgive Sharon. Still, effects will take a scary turn when Phyllis gets hit with an unforeseen illness. Between the nausea and the burning feeling in her stomach, Phyllis will be in total agony on the settee. After the alarm blares, the prisoner will return with a communication about Sharon demanding to find the cure. Phyllis will freak out over getting poisoned from the water bottle, so Sharon will rummage around the room in fear mode. The prisoner will ultimately offer an indication about this point being the morning and end as well as commodity UCANC. Sharon will settle on the proposition that it's the one bottle of water marked with a sticker on the lid. Since water is see-through and demurred off Phyllis's terrible symptoms, Sharon will hope this special bottle will be what resolves them. Phyllis will have enterprises, but Sharon will suggest she's nearly positive about this. While Sharon pressures Phyllis to drink this implicit cure, Audra will give Nate updates on her discussion with Holden. Audra will explain the pressure in Holden's relationship with Damien since effects changed once he went from a friend to Damien's hand. Now Holden seems a bit resentful and doesn't appreciate Damien's explosions. Nate will bring Audra up to speed on Lily exploration and the fact that Damien doesn't actually enjoy the companies he claims to enjoy. Still, Nate will want to give Damien the benefit of the mistrustfulness and will have enterprises about blowing Amy chance to reconnect. Since so numerous people are digging around, Nate will worry about pushing Damien down. Audra will principally suppose it's wise to be cautious, but she'll leave the ball in Nate's court when it comes to pumping Holden for further word. After Holden dispatches Audra about still demanding a friend, she'll show Nate the textbook. Nate will communication back on Audra's phone to confirm the fellowship and keep the line of communication open. Damien's secrets will continue to unravel. Billy and Nick will hope to pull off a deliverance while Jack makes a potentially intimidating concession. Kyle and Claire will also deal with some drama. In prison, Sharon will break in critical mystery after Phyllis gets poisoned. That'll lead to Sharon chancing the cure Phyllis needs, but further trouble will come laterally. Phyllis and Sharon will try to take charge of the situation they're wedged in, but they may be penalized for it. The kidnapper will set a trap that Sharon and Phyllis fall into, so effects are about to take a truly dangerous turn. While Phyllis and Sharon struggle to stay alive, Chance will continue his disquisition. Daniel will quiz Chance about where effects stand, and Summer will no doubt want any word Chance has to offer as well. Chance will wind up comforting Summer a bit in the midst of all this, but it's Kyle who she really wants romantically. That's why Summer will sabotage Kyle and Claire's attempt at a special night together. Summer will manage to steal Kyle's attention from Claire and beget some pressure between them in the process. Claire will also have a chance hassle with Holden at the GCAC bar, so is there a chance a new romantic pairing will form? Time will tell, but Holden will at least give Claire some kittenish company. Formerly Kyle lets her down. Across city, Victor will have some enterprises about the choices Adam is making. Since Victor wants to fight back against Billy and his new adventure, he may have some veritably specific opinions on how that should be. Adam may make some moves that don't fall in line with Victor's docket, so stay tuned for any conflict that might arise. Tracy and Alan will enjoy a mess with Jack and Diane Jenkins. After Alan drops a hint about marriage, it could lead to him officially popping the question. Since Tracy will give Jack some unanticipated news, that could involve an engagement. Jack will ultimately confess commodity to Diane, so could he worry about Tracy moving too presto with Alan? Could Jack have some reservations and sweat that Tracy will end up agonized? Back with Chance, he'll talk to Billy and Nick about a new lead. After Billy hops in Nick's auto, they'll speed off and presumably try to find Sharon and Phyllis's position grounded on the rearmost indication. Will Nick and Billy come to the interned lady's deliverance? Is that when Phyllis and Sharon will eventually score their freedom? Sharon and Phyllis will reunite with their loved bones. Sooner or laterly, so they'll be relieved when this whole mess is over. The identity of Sharon and Phyllis's prisoner will eventually be revealed, so they'll hopefully be suitable to rip into the person responsible for their suffering. There are some hints to suggest Alan might actually be his sociopathic binary family, Martin, if they shifted places one last time in Paris. Is Alan the family who actually decomposed in the deck spill? Still, it's possible Tracy will wind up devastated over Martin masquerading as Alan, if so. Sharon and Phyllis might also realize they've been used as a mammoth remedy trial gone wrong since Martin's into that kind of thing. Still, nothing's locked in when it comes to Phyllis and Sharon's kidnapper just yet, so we'll just have to see how it all goes down. Secrets will be exposed about Damien and Aristotle Dumas, so Nate may continue to have mixed passions about the new stock who's entered his life. Lily may also find herself falling for Damien, but is he really someone she should trust with her heart? Summer and Chance will partake a close moment, but should she stop leading him on? At this point, indeed Jack has a strong hunch that Summer wants Kyle back. Summer Fladestuel admitted she wasn't sure she could ever get her relationship with Chance on track again. Although Summer claims it's because of how Chance handled Daniel arrest drama, that feels like a bogus reason. Chance was just doing his job, and Daniel himself easily isn't holding any grievances over Chance's conduct. The real reason Summer doesn't want Chance presently presumably has further to do with her passions for Kyle than anything differently. Summer is growing decreasingly fixated on Kyle and the possibility of reigniting their own love. Summer will let Chance comfort her over Phyllis' fire, so we've to wonder if this is really fair to Chance. It seems like perhaps Summer will enjoy Chance's attention, but she obviously wouldn't plan on giving him much in return. Summer will use Chance for support and also presumably go right back to her Kyle pursuit. How long will it take Chance to realize Summer's just not that into him? Will Chance figure out that Summer's far more interested in a Kyle reunion at this point? Whatever the case, Chance will step up for Summer and do his stylish to assure her about Phyllis. That'll bring a close moment and could potentially leave Chance with some stopgap for their unborn together, but it doesn't feel like another chapter's going to be. Rather, Summer seems poised to go each in on fighting for Kyle and trying to break up his relationship with Claire. Our prognostications allude that Chance will ultimately have to move on with his life, but Summer will supposedly lead him on a little longer in the meantime. Summer and Chance will reconnect a bit despite her real thing being Kyle. It'll be game over for Sharon and Phyllis soon. The prisoner's scary twist will bring a fight to survive, so let's bandy what Phyllis and Sharon will be over against. From the veritably morning, Sharon and Phyllis's kidnapper has been outspoken about the life-hanging stakes of this situation. Phyllis and Sharon were told that the game was all that signified and that the prize was staying alive. Still, it looks like Sharon and Phyllis are about to go mischief. That could be a mistake since the prisoner's enough hung up on the veritably specific rules that have been put in place. After Phyllis gets poisoned in prison, that'll suddenly make the disturbing nature of this game indeed more apparent. Sharon will break a mystery and find the cure for Phyllis, but they'll both realize they need a real escape plan ASAP. Unfortunately, Phyllis and Sharon are about to get caught in a trap according to YNR spoilers. The prisoner may test Sharon and Phyllis in some way, but they may fail that test and eventually lose the game. It's easy to imagine the kidnapper averring this is game over since Phyllis and Sharon couldn't observe the rules. Sharon and Phyllis may end up in fear mode if losing the game triggers some terrible consequences. Could there be an explosive device planted in that room or commodity along those lines? The preamble might begin after Sharon and Phyllis land in that trap we mentioned. Phyllis and Sharon will find themselves in a frantic fight to survive. Joining forces will be more important than ever for Sharon and Phyllis as they try to hang on long enough to get out of this mess. Of course, it's possible these life-hanging circumstances will still be part of the game. It could be some crooked fake-ass tool from the architect of this operation, just to ramp up the pressure and force Phyllis to truly be a platoon with Sharon. Either way, Sharon and Phyllis will clearly believe they're in further peril than ever. Jaw-dropping moments as Phyllis and Sharon try to make sense of all this.